We're going to go see the grandkids. I'll give you 5 pieces of advice to make your trip a perfect time together as a family. And at the end, I'll give you one really good Grandi tip to keep your sanity. I spend a long time at the Grandi Juniors when I go visit, like a week long, because we live far away and it's a thing to get there. So I have a tip that I've used to be able to maintain my energy for the whole week. I oftentimes will just say no to staying up late and watching a movie. I find that sitting next to somebody and watching a movie is not bonding for me. It's like, okay, it's a movie. I'm sitting here, my eyes are closed here. I fall asleep during the movie. So what I try and do in the late evenings is kind of evaluate the activity that's going on. If it's social, we're interacting, playing a game together, something like that, I'll stay up. But if it is time to wind down and then they say at 10 o'clock at night, let's watch a movie. I'm like, no, I got to go to bed. So make sure you take care of yourself. Get in bed early, get in bed as soon as you can, and enjoy that restful sleep, that time for yourself. Yes, you get to have time for yourself. Remember, you're not the parent anymore. You get to be the cheerleader. So that's one of the things that I really kind of insist on. And one of the reasons is it's not selfish. It's just that I want to be able to contribute well the next day. And if I am just trying to get through the day, because there's so much input, and I'm trying to get through the day, and I'm saying, hey, it really helps if I sleep. It also helps my brain functions when I sleep. Lack of sleep, I will start already taking this memory that's not so good, and I will remember my name or the kids' names or things like that. So getting plenty of sleep is one of my best tips. Plan your visit with everyone's input and expectations. So many trips have gone wrong because of expectations. Did you expect to be babysitting the whole time? Or did you expect to be able to sit and rock the baby the whole time? You can see how this could go south. It could be a problem if you don't talk to each other. So if you are headed off to the grandkids' house, make sure you give the parents a call and have a little bit more detailed explanation, kind of what you are going to do when you get there. Number 2, arrive at the venue ready to help. Apparently, according to published reports, grandparents aren't supposed to sit around and play with babies all day, which I think is kind of silly, but I can do both. See what needs to be done. Make sure you talk to the parents to see what they would like to have done. Can you help with the dishes each time that you're there? Maybe they're not morning people and you can be in charge of breakfast. Something that will contribute to the family, even though it may not be your idea. I know sometimes I'm like, look what I did. Like, we didn't need you to do that. Thanks. What? But could you walk the dog? Number 3, expect different parenting styles. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure you raise your children just like I did, because it's the best way to raise kids. But alas, everyone has different parenting styles. There's some new people in your family. They've been raised differently. Everyone has a different way that they have expected to raise this child before this child was even born, even though they didn't share it with you. So don't be surprised if there's some different ways that parents want to raise their children nowadays. And it's all good as long as you get to hug and squeeze them. Number 4, reminiscing with grace. That's how I see it now. I first read about this when the author of the article said parents are not allowed to bring out the time machine, which meant stop talking about the good old days. I like the good old days. It's the only thing you have reference to, so it's perfectly understandable why you want to say, well, this is the way we used to do it. There's lots of ways you can still talk about parenting and parenting styles now and not have to bring out the time machine. But I still kind of do it anyway. What are they going to do? And number 5, embrace the role of not being in charge. This is so cool. You know, that constant worry that you had with your own children about how's this going to turn out and are they going to get this grade or this job, and now you don't have to worry about it anymore. Now you can encourage and contribute and just be a real support to the family. You can add things to the family, supercharge that family, but you don't have to be in charge of everything. And now it's time for the Grandi tip of the day. Grandis, this is just for you. Those boundaries that you set that evening will pay you back 100% the next day when you're fully engaged in the family activities. And you can fully contribute. You can be right there. And here's another trick. If you stay awake all day and participate and don't nod off or slouch in the chair, those pesky grandkids can't take a picture of you sound asleep and put it on Facebook. It's not very nice. So stay engaged. Enjoy every minute of your trip.